Right, I think we'll kick off so as not to get too behind schedule from the beginning. So firstly, a big welcome to everyone to the Institution of Engineering and Technology's headquarters here in London, and thank you all so much for being here. My name's Rosie Robertson. You may have received multiple emails from me over the past few weeks. I think I've been in touch with lots of people individually, and I am Principal Investigator on the Balance Network, who is organising today's event. I'm together with my colleague David Kirk, who also is on the Balance Network team from Newcastle University, and Stephanie, who is there at the back. So we've actually been building up to this event for over a year, I think, so it's fantastic to finally be here. The Balance Network, of course, we are an academic-led network, but around the core themes of digital technologies and work-life balance. And that's what has brought the diverse range of sessions here today together. Just a quick note about internet, Twitter during the day. Hopefully people have been able to log on to the open Wi-Fi. There's little details at the bottom of the pages in the programme. And you'll see we've got these slides on the side of the stage, and during the day in this session there will be the Twitter handles of speakers. It would be fantastic to get people tweeting. We've got Chris Folds, who's going to be from the Global Sustainability Institute, who's going to be managing our Twitter feed today, so please do get your thoughts going on that as well. The Balance Network began in 2013. It was funded alongside 3 research projects called Digital Brain Switch, Digital Epiphanies, and Family Rituals 2.0. You can read more about those on page 26 of the programme, and there's representation from each of those projects here in sessions today. Our aim is really to be a very interdisciplinary and open network, so we have deliberately tried to welcome anybody who is interested in our core themes, work-life balance and digital technologies. I guess I'm from the Global Sustainability Institute at Anglia Ruskin University, and I guess the interdisciplinary nature of the network is kind of mirrored by the fact that a lot of the questions that we talk about in this area have parallels in sustainability around thinking about the future, thinking about how we are organising our lives and how things are changing. Another key point to note is that we've deliberately been trying to have activities which are member-led. So rather than us organising everything and things being, having lots of events which are variations on the same, we've deliberately opened up and said to people, please tell us what you would like to organise. And we had this funding call last year, which led to the 8 activities which are showcased here today. And just a note to say that we have a funding call open at the moment as well. So if you are inspired, if you make connections today and you think, we could do something in this year, building on these events in this space, then we would really love to hear from you to find out what you would like to do. As I mentioned, we're a networking project. We were funded alongside research projects, but our aim is to try and connect people, to try to bring some of the research that's being done to a wider audience, but also to bring some of the fantastic work that's being done in businesses into the research communities. And so the real aim for today is to get some inspirations, get some conversations going, meet some new people. That is the point. Logistics, just a quick note about the toilets are in the basement, if you haven't found them already. The programme, I don't have one in front of me. Do you mind if I just... You've probably all seen by now, but the way that it works is you've got your double-page spreads about the sessions, and there's a little bit of detail about the activity, which I was mentioning was funded, which is fed into today's session, and then a bit of detail about what's going to be happening in the session today. We're obviously in this room all day. This is where the keynotes are happening. This is where half the parallel sessions are happening. The other half of the parallel sessions are happening in the Flowers room. Just a note that there are fewer seats in the flowers room, so if there's a session there that you particularly want to attend, then make sure you're there early. And of course, as hopefully you've saw from my emails before the event, the sessions in the afternoon needed sign up in advance. There are a couple of last minute slots. If you would like to go to the afternoon interactive sessions in the flowers room, which is reconceptualizing work-life boundaries, and the life swap session, there are just a couple of slots left, and please could you sign up at the registration desk during the first coffee break if you would like to do that. It would be great if we could try to keep things as on time as possible and swap between rooms promptly. You may think that our timing of the afternoon to start at 1:55 is to make sure we kick off at 2, but we really do want to start at 1:55 if at all possible. So can people please try to be prompt? Please do stay, if you can, for drinks at the end, again, kindly supported by our co-host, the Institute of Engineering and Technology. So a quick note, at the back of the programme, on the back cover, you will see all the organisations and academic institutions which are represented today, which is a fantastic range. Please do try to find the people that you want to connect with. We're going to have a few networking discussions at lunchtime. These are just basically another opportunity to try to get people meeting some new people. And we're going to have 3 themed discussions, one around sustainability, one around gender, and one around entrepreneurship. They are just going to run they're quite informal, they're going to run from 1:15 to 1:30. 3 of the tables in the lunch area will just have signs on them. And if it's a small group, there'll just be a bit of a group discussion. If it's a larger group, there might be some sort of speed dating just to meet a few other people. The sustainability session is going to be co-hosted by Chris Folds from the GSI, from the Global Sustainability Institute, and Chris Priest from Bristol and from the Digital Epiphanies Project. The gender session is going to be co-hosted by Paulina Yerman from the Material Desires, Jessica Chivers from Talent Keepers, and Angela Dye from Loughborough University. And the entrepreneurship is going to be co-hosted by Sue Thomas from Bournemouth University, and a couple of the guys, Byron and Anna from Shine Offline. So a huge thank you to our co-host, the Institution for Engineering and Technology. Darren, you may have met at registration, and Alan is here today somewhere. Alan's here from the IT and Communications Policy panels. And we also have a video welcome. I'll let Naomi explain. We invited her to do a welcome to the event, and she couldn't be here in person, which she'll explain, but she very kindly did a video for us.
Hello, I'm Naomi Clymer, the President of the Institution of Engineering and Technology. On behalf of the IET, I'd like to welcome you to the Beyond Balance event here at Savoy Place. This building is the IET's global headquarters, and it's a hub of engineering and technology activity. And we try to fill the place not just with IET events, but with events like this one that will really show off bringing engineering and technology to the benefit of society. The event is of course being organised by the Balance Network, funded by the Engineering and Physical Sciences Research Council. And the IET is pleased to be feeding into the technological aspects of the network's activities through our ongoing conversations with the network team. Now, I am genuinely sorry that I can't be with you today. The agenda looks full of things that I'd love to engage on, and slightly ironically, I promised this week to my husband as quality time together, and it was a long time ago, and I felt that I should honour that promise. There is always a pressing reason to postpone family time, but I am getting better at putting family first, at least on some occasions. I met Rosie at an IET policy reception, it was last year, and I was really interested to find out about the Balance Network's themes. In my career, working for companies like Sony and the BBC, I've been part of the changes in technologies that we see. And also I've seen social changes as our working lives are organised very differently to how they used to be at the start of my career. So the extent to which we're always connected to work and expected to respond almost instantly is kind of frankly worrying today. And the technology has the potential to liberate us and give us much more flexibility in work and life, but I fear that it can become an oppressor for many. So I'm really happy to see these issues being discussed. I was pleased to link the Balance Network up to groups like the Women's Engineering Society, who are working on some of these things too. Particular topics that I see as being key are how to create a culture that appreciates the value of going off-grid as much as being connected, and also how to unlock this potential for technology to empower people with increased working flexibility, which I think would be particularly helpful to women as well as being great for everybody. These are the kind of questions that I would be interested in researchers and others working on further. So I hope you all enjoy a very productive day and would be pleased to hear about the outcomes. And if you are interested in linking up with the IET's work in communications and IT policy, then do speak to my colleagues who are with you today. Thank you.